Welcome to Beyond the Pieces. I'm your host, Zavi. This is my boy Law. What's up, Law?
It's
How you
good.
feeling?
Pretty good as always.
Yes, sir. And I know you were pretty excited about this one. So me too. I'm ready to get into it, man. So yeah, what's up?
So we were talking the other day because I told you I went on a fast, and I was like, when I was younger, bro, I didn't, and I don't know if you did, but I didn't care what I was eating, bro. If it was food, it was food. But
Yeah.
now that I'm older, I'm like, you should definitely pay attention to what you eat, what you consuming, all these different things. Why do you think it's important to pay attention to what you eat or what you consume at all, whether that's water, soda, alcohol, whatever?
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad because I mean, our podcast is not directed only for athletes, but I mean, that
We're athletic.
majority of my life has been an athletic lifestyle. So, uh, at a pretty decent to high level. So as a kid, I would say that my diet was probably better than a lot of others who probably just relied on like McDonald's or all different fast food sources. But it's extremely important. Anytime I ate wrong, I could feel it in practice. I could feel it the next day. I could feel it overall. If I didn't feel it, I saw it. Like I was running slower. I was lifting, lighter. Like it's I think that it's one of the most important things ever when it comes to just a healthy lifestyle. 100%.
It's funny you say that because for me, I didn't, I couldn't feel a difference. Like,
Crazy.
but like I will say too, I had a lot more fast food growing up, so like that was my energy source. But I was so active that like
Yeah.
I burned a lot of it off. So yeah, like that's funny how you say you could actually see and feel a difference. For me, it was like another day in the. If I didn't have fast food, that's what actually was like weird. Where it's like, this is home cooked. This is like better for you. This is more
Yeah.
organic meal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'd say I think my situation is probably a little bit different though. I know there was a time in practice where like I felt very how do I say it? I felt like I was running off of pure adrenaline, and this was just practice, right? So I shouldn't have been. I wasn't like I was feeling game time. Like I knew that I was in practice. I knew the situation. There was no reason for me to feel like I wanted to kill somebody, right? But this practice, for some reason, I was just headstrong. Like I was a missile, and this was football practice. I was just a heat-seeking missile, and it was bad. It was bad because I got to the end of practice. Practice was over, and I felt like I couldn't stop like breathing hard. Like I was actually like I was still like like that, and people were asking me like what's wrong, and I was like I don't know. Like I still felt ready to go. Like man, something else is about to happen. And so I got home, and I was still feeling like that. I was trying to control it. I was trying to go like stay away from my mom's because if mom sees you, hey, what's going on? That's not normal. You need to get that look right. So she called me because I went straight to my room, and she was like, oh, why didn't you come say hi? So come up there, whatever. She sees what's going on. They take me to the hospital. They take me to the hospital. I'm still breathing like crazy as if I'm still prime time at practice. And they tell me that I had rhabdomyolysis or something like that, which has something to do with like hydration. I was basically it's like extremely dehydrated. So and this was years ago, so I could be missing bits and pieces. But I guess the idea was that I was basically running off of what my body did have and basically just completely excreting it, which was not good. Eventually, it would have started.
right.
Well, not eventually. Apparently, it was going to start breaking down my muscles, and it could have gotten really bad. But because of that, I've always dealt with being extremely dehydrated, no matter how much water I drink. Like I always had to add salt to my water. I had to drink like a lot of like pickle juice. When I started doing that, bruh, I was
It's the
killing it.
OG Gatorade. It's
Yeah,
the
bro.
OG Gatorade.
I was killing it, but I had to do things like that. Like drinking a jug of water did nothing for me if I didn't add like these different components, like in my food, extra salt to my food, or yeah, bro. So I think I was always aware of it, because when I didn't, I had actually like drastic changes in my body. You know what I mean?
See, and I'll say too, I didn't drink a lot of water,
Hmm.
but I did eat my fair share of fruit. Like if you ever offered me fruit, I was taking it just because I
You're
like
taking,
fruit. But
yeah.
as far as like consciously, like I'm eating this for this reason, I was never that athlete. It was always like I'll just eat fruit. I'll go run it off. I'll like because I was never a fast runner. I was always a distance runner, so I could give you 2-3 miles, but I'm not gonna give you 100 meters 12 times. You feel me? Like that ain't my
That's
game.
not you. That's not me.
Yeah. So
Wrong guy. What's your favorite fruit?
favorite fruit, pineapple, but
What's your favorite fruit
it's
too?
kind of hard to miss me on fruit though, unless it's like a banana. Like I hate bananas, and a lot of
What?
people,
That was
yeah,
actually one of my favorite
a lot
fruits.
of people say that when I say that, but it's like it's just too sweet and it's all salt. I don't like the texture. It's so many
Yeah.
things I
I didn't
don't
like
like
eating
about a
it in
banana.
public though.
Huh?
I didn't like eating bananas in public.
He's like, I can't enjoy in peace.
Nah, I'd eat it like Skittles, where you take it and like plop it in instead of just.
Marshawn. Yep.
Yeah, bro.
Nah,
Yeah,
but
okay.
I
So
would
you
eat
don't
like
like bananas,
oranges,
but you like
plums, pineapple,
plums,
apple
bro. Is what I'm saying.
slices. Yeah.
Plums. I go crazy on the plums.
Especially if they juicy.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to
Yeah,
find a good plum though.
yeah, you kind of get good at it once you start going to the grocery store yourself. You kind of know what the look of it, the feel of it.
Yep.
Dang. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's
So
important, dude. It's really important. You're a lucky guy though if you didn't feel it. So you
be
could eat something crazy heavy, right? And you wouldn't feel it in like a track or because you used to
powerlifting.
power lift. You wouldn't feel it at like a meet or anything?
Nah, so like what okay, so and I will say too, I think I was really in tune with my body. So like I could tell like days where I was just on, like I don't even know why I'm like
Mm,
uh for you it'd be like if you got that feeling like this how you feel every time you set a new time. You know what I'm saying? Like that
yeah.
feeling. Where you can't explain why it seemed like your oxygen is just working a little better today than it
Hmm.
was yesterday but it's just a feeling. And so like for me, I kind of always, especially with powerlifting, because I was always scared that I would go down on like a squat or something and like tear
Right.
something in my knee, because you see it happen more often than people would think. Um, so I was always nervous. So I always be like, how I feel today, how I feel, how hard should I push? And so
Right.
like having that feeling, bro, I could go eat nachos from concession stand, drink now I would drink like a Powerade. I was never a big soda person, but I drink like
Right.
a Powerade or whatever. Or I could go to McDonald's and then go to practice. Like and it wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother me at all. Now, I will say I'd be lying to you if I said that there were no signs that it was bad for me. Because sometimes after a hard practice, like if I had went to McDonald's and before practice and I ate after practice, if practice was really hard and it was hot, like I'd throw up, but it wouldn't be like a vomit. It'd be like I spit up, and so because I'd spit up, yeah, where it's like I wouldn't think it's much, so I
Mm.
just be like, "Phew," and then it's all right, and then I know like I gotta brush my teeth, and then it's back to regular scheduled programming, pretty much like back to
Gotcha.
working out. So it wasn't like like I'm vomiting, I feel sick, I don't know if I'm gonna keep going. It was just
Right.
like nah, I felt kind of queasy and then I got it out. I'm good.
Yeah. Man, that's a blessing, bro. That's a blessing. I mean, I could always could like technically eat whatever. Like I'd eat multiple plates. I had obviously I have a real fast metabolism, but yeah, depending on what I ate, I was definitely feeling it. And sometimes it was even in the long run, like the results that I would get off of a diet, like, oh, we're about to get into it. I saw So you know about Ocho Cinco, right? And his whole thing about McDonald's, like that's his like yeah, he did all that off of McDonald's diet, right? And do I
Right.
believe it? I mean, I don't know. I know he likes it for sure, um, but maybe a little bit. Maybe not now. But let's move on. DK Metcalf. I saw something about him talking to Shannon Sharp, and Shannon Sharp was trying to tell him, like, imagine, like, basically imagine how much better you'd be if you tried, a better diet, because I guess his diet's not that great. Um, and he like was being like, I think he took offense to it. DK, he was very much like, oh well, I'm gonna do it my way, watch me or something like that. And yeah, he had a good season, whatever. But how can, kind of a sidebar, how can you like get irritated like by good advice? Like I don't know, but maybe that's just me. But whatever. Um, I guess I'll say all that to say is your results are obviously going to be much better given what type of diet that you're on. And it's for me, it was just very obvious.
For me, I didn't start seeing like I didn't actually start having to deal with problems from my diet
Mm,
until I got to about my senior year of high school,
okay.
and I was a 114. But the problem with that is, in order to be a 114, you have to be 114 and a half pounds or less. So even though I was running and I was doing all these other things, right? Because I'm running, I'm playing basketball, I'm going PE, I'm going to practice, like I'm doing all these different things.
Yeah.
But my weight is like 116, 115. So it's like now, for those of you who don't know the way powerlifting works, when you go to weigh in, you have to be that body weight or less. You have to qualify that day. So when I go to lift at the meet, I have to be 114 and a half pounds or less
Yeah.
that day. So if I'm 114.6, I got to go up a weight class, right? And so now it's like with my body weight fluctuating at 115, 116, I'm having to lose 2 pounds in under 24 hours. And then I'm putting 4 times my body weight on my back to squat. For those of you who don't know, it's a little tougher than what it sounds, right? So it's like, yeah, but
Training.
that's how I learned about rehydrating too. So
Yeah.
like with boxers and stuff, when they talk about the rehydration clause, I'm like, people really don't understand like how important that is, because I could weigh in, and I just know for powerlifting, I could weigh in at 114 after being 116. You give me an hour, I can drop 2 pounds if I just go run and sweat it off. But all of that is water weight. Now, yes, I do lose a little bit of strength with that, right? Typically, the more pounds you take off, the more you lose upper body strength. But um, but typically your leg strength stays. That's what's interesting about it. Your leg strength typically stays even after you drop weight. It's your upper body strength that doesn't typically stand up. And so rehydrating, like I would just go the 1 quart jugs of Pedialyte straight down. And so now you give me an hour before I have to lift, and all of that water weight I just sweated out, I just put back in. So even though the weight on the paper says 114, I'm lifting this weight at maybe 116, 117.
Gotcha.
And I'm used to working out somewhere between 115 and a half and 116. So now it's like my body is ready to handle a load I'm used to handling, but it also has more to fight with now.
Right.
So it's like those little games being played, yeah, they make a difference, but you also learn how quickly the body can adapt under
Yeah.
stressful conditions.
But I feel like the older you get, I mean, we're talking about it now. Like I'm no longer in my prime athleticism. You feel me? So that being said, like, I mean, I work from home. My leisure activities I like to do are from home, and we can have a whole nother discussion when it comes about fitness and we're, exercise and whatnot. But when it comes to food, like I feel like I feel it even more now. Like if I don't eat breakfast, I know, because throughout the day, for me, it's a matter of
Mhm.
it's not even like straight up just hunger. Like obviously I feel hungry if I don't eat breakfast, but the big thing for me is focus. Like I don't feel as apt to focus as I should be. I struggle. I get brain fog a lot more often. I feel like I have a lot more like other conversations or other things in my mind that are going on. Um, yeah, it's definitely a lot harder for me to focus, especially when it comes to work. Um, I'm not as productive, I would say.
That, and I don't know about you, but I notice if I don't have certain food groups in a while, like my
Mm,
body will start craving it. Like, and I don't just mean like pork or chicken. I mean like the other day I was just craving fish. Like
fish.
like fish. And then I thought about it, I was like, well, fish is high in omega 3 and omega 6s, which is good for
Yeah.
brain function. So it's like
Hmm.
sometimes your body will just tell you like, yo, you need this, you need. But when
Yeah.
you're young, you're not worried about that. Like you don't care
You
about, oh, did
eat.
I get my omega 3s this
Yeah.
week? Like you don't care for real about that because you're young. But like you said,
Hmm.
as you get older, like now, see, back then I was overweight and I was willing to run to drop and to stay in a certain weight class.
Yeah.
Now, bro, I'm just going up. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have to deal with a heavier fight, but it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, now I'm going up because it's a lot of strain on the body. But if you have a better diet to start with, it makes it so much easier on you on the back end.
Yep. I think all main courses of the day are extremely important. You have to. I think the most important one is breakfast because I think that's the easiest one to skip. That, but yeah, man. Yeah, and I like that you even touched on like you felt like you needed like that desire for fish, but then you know what comes with fish. Uh, yeah, like if you don't have access to fish, I say one of the best things you could do. If I was a doctor, I'd be like a holistic doctor because I'm very much into natural, like natural ways of, you know, treating yourself and providing for yourself. So there's like supplements that you should take based off of like what you're feeling or whatnot. But obviously, there's actual omega 3 vitamins, pills that you could take.
Correct.
All these different things, actual vitamins for like your uh, what's it called? What's it
Health
called? When you have a
conditions,
good system. What's it called? Why am I spacing right now?
your digestive system. That what you talking
Well, yeah,
about?
I mean, there's stuff for that too. No, but it's like your ability to not get sick over and over.
Oh, your immune system.
Your immune system, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you're building up your immune system, making it stronger. But obviously, I mean, not everyone has access to different things that other people can get every single grocery that knocks out A, B, and C, D, everything in your body. But if you're not that
Correct.
type of person, or if you don't even have the time to eat, you should probably look into different supplements and combine that with food. It's not just like, oh, well, I'm only going to do supplements. Like, no, you need to eat, and whatever you're not eating, take a little supplement, right? Introduce that. So that's
I
at least
think
what I.
I think too. I think it's important that people remember the brain is a muscle. So right when we go, if you go to the gym and you decide you want the big swole body, you want the perfect figure, whatever, what
Yeah.
do? You start reading stuff on how to carve the body out this way. Like how many reps do I do? What kind of weight should I use? What kind of
Yeah.
movement should I do? All these different things.
One
Okay,
second, bro.
cool.
1 second. All right. Go
All
ahead.
these different things. So it's like your brain is a muscle too. So just
Right.
like you make sure you drink plenty of water to hydrate your arm muscles or your leg muscles, you should be drinking water to hydrate the brain. The brain is also a muscle, right? You
Yep.
eat all these different proteins to strengthen your arm muscles to make them bigger or whatever. But
Right.
are you eating foods that help brain focus as well?
Right.
So it's like all those things are important, but you don't think about them at first. When you're young,
Yeah.
you definitely don't think about them. But once you get older, you're like, it's it's not that I'm playing a sport anymore. It's not that I'm doing these super athletic activities anymore. So my brain is my most valuable asset as far as my muscles. So how can I optimize brain function? And it's like, well, the main thing your brain does is it can focus and it can be creative, right? And so it's like, well, how do I get it to do those things at maximum efficiency? It's like start with what you feed it. Put better gas in the car. You know?
Exactly. I think the biggest thing, one of my coaches had told me, I'm sure that multiple people have said it or heard it, but it's like, would you put regular gas in a Ferrari? And I was like, I mean, if I could barely afford the car, but but he was actually like, you know what I mean? Like what, like
Correct.
basically like treat your body like I mean, your body is your vessel, right?
A high class.
So you really need to treat it like, and that's what I think that's really what I've been realizing lately is when I'm feeling these different ways, when I'm feeling sluggish, or if I'm waking up feeling like sick or whatever, I'm thinking like, man, I really should probably get a hold of this now because I don't see this getting better untreated. You know what I mean? Like I
Correct.
don't want to be in a position where I'm, again, and it could happen. I don't know what God has in store for me, but or the enemy has in store for me. But what I'm trying to say is like I want to be the healthiest age possible. You feel me? So if I'm 50 years old, I'm the healthiest 50-year-old you've ever seen. So
And it's everything. It's stretching. It's eating.
right.
And some of it. And hey, I don't care what they say in the comments. Some of it is not eating, bro. Like
Yeah.
some of it's not always what you eat. Sometimes it's what you're not eating. And by that I mean like I told you, I went on a fast. Like I did the 3 day fast, right? Like I actually did it.
Yeah.
And at first, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't feeling anything. But then day
Yeah.
two came, and day two, the morning of day two, bro, I felt so weak. But you start to realize how much you actually overeat, and that there are many things that the body can survive. It's just some of this stuff you overindulge in, and that too much of anything is a bad thing. And we all know that, right? And so it's like, well, how do you know you're not overeating if you're eating all the time? And if you're never eating, how do you know you're not starving yourself?
Right. Yeah.
Right? Because you have to find a balance, and every person's balance is different. Because me and you can both be healthy, but we'll never eat the same amount of food. Because one, we're different heights, we're different metabolisms, we're different lifestyles. Like
Yeah.
everything's different. So I might be able to eat one orange a day and be full. And if you try and eat one orange a day, you're gonna pass out. It's like
Yeah.
totally different. So it's not only looking at other people and trying to figure out, okay, this kind of worked for them, maybe this could work for me, but also what actually works for you.
Right.
When does your body actually feel the healthiest?
Yeah.
When do you breathe the easiest?
Be honest. Be honest with yourself. I think
Correct.
I mean it's so easy, especially when you get into so I'll say this, like when I got married, DoorDash was my friend. Like I love DoorDash, right? I didn't even use DoorDash that much until we got married. And then yeah, I got married. I was like, bro, I'm just gonna like it'll be here in a moment's notice. So but I was eating out a lot, right? And that's not anything I was used to when I was younger. And I'm feeling it. I definitely feel it when walking up the stairs or like, things that used to be easy now has me breathing a little hard. So obviously again, we're combining it with exercise, which who knows, maybe that might be what we talk about next. I think it probably makes sense now I think about it. But yeah, that being said, it's easy to get into it's easy to get complacent and just be like, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep on eating all this. It makes me feel good. I'm full. One, it's probably not financially responsible, but then two, it's definitely not responsible when it comes to your body. So recognize it, watch it, and change it. Actually change it, and be honest with yourself. If you're eating too much, if you're eating out all the time, dude, yes, you ate out too much. Now move on. Don't get stuck in the past of like, oh, well, this is what I did yesterday, so I'm gonna keep on doing it. No, like that's what it is. Stop there, and from that point forward, make a change.
And make small changes.
Mhm.
Don't try and go from, oh, I eat out every day to now I'm a meal prep every week, every day. It's
Right.
like, no, you're not. And then once
Yeah.
you're not able to, you're gonna be even more upset with yourself because you basically tried to quit cold turkey. And it's
Mhm.
like, stop. Just go, okay, I was eating out 7 days a week. I'm gonna cut it down to 6. Then I'm gonna cut it down to 5.
Right.
Then to 4. Then maybe you keep 3 days for a while and see how that
Mhm.
goes. And then once you get 3 days, you go, okay, now I just eat out on the weekends.
Right.
Now I just eat out on Sundays. Okay. See, but it was a progressive, maybe that was a 7 month period or a 9 month period,
Yeah.
but it wasn't a 2 day period. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I
give
agree
yourself
with
a
you.
little grace. Make a
I
plan
agree
and
with
then follow it.
I agree with that. I do. I will say I'm a little split. Like I think for some of us, a slow change is probably necessary. I think some of us, if you're starting to already experience some things that are not normal, like it's not normal to every single time you get up, you feel dizzy. It's not normal to, like throw up often. It's not no, like those things are not normal. And if you're seeing that, that's a red stop sign. You feel me? That's a
Correct.
okay, done. Whatever you were doing that was in excess, and you probably know what it was. Stop, right? And do your research. I'm not. We're not here. We're not. I'm not a nutritionist. Um, I'm not. I don't have a degree to be able to tell you like this is what you need to do A, B, and C. But what I can say is there is a healthy lifestyle, and there's probably the lifestyle that you are living. So you should probably get on a computer, do some research, actually look at the studies, you feel me? And find something catered to you where it comes like, okay, well, I need to put my body weight in there. I need to put this tracker on my phone and shows exactly what I'm eating, not what the average, 24, 25-year-old is eating. No, how much am I eating and what am I eating? What am I missing? So and we literally have it at our fingertips, like one of the best resources on making that change. And I use it all the time. I have my Apple Watch tracks all these different things, and I try to follow it to the best of my ability. I obviously could do better. So I'm in the same boat with whoever is listening to this that maybe feels like, oh, they're talking down on me. Like, no, I'm in the boat with you. I have
Yeah,
I have a lot that I got to change too, but this is this is spreading awareness, right? This is spreading
facts.
awareness. This is for all of us, and we can all make a change somewhere, some way, somehow.
And fun fact: the more you move, the more you eat. The more you can eat. Right. So
Yeah,
if it's harder for you to cut down on your plate, get more active. Right. Ramp up the activity first. That way you burning some more of that stuff off.
right.
Right. But it's
Yeah.
each person to his own. Um,
Mhm.
and going to school, graduating in that field, I will say one of the things you pick up is everything is calories. Like calories is the main fuel source. So if you putting too much gas in the tank, cut back on the amount of gas you putting in the tank, right? So on average, the average person is not eating 2,000 calories. That average is based on people who weigh, I want to say it's like 200 pounds or like 180. It's somewhere around there. I don't remember exact number, so please fact check me. But how it says calorie count based on daily average at all these fast food places, that's based on if you eat 2,000 calories a day. If you look at some of those meals are easily 15, 16, 1,800 calories for one meal. That's one burger, one fry, and one drink at 1,800 calories. And if you're supposed to have 2,000 calories a day, you got 200 calories left. To put that into perspective, that's about that's about 3 eggs you have left.
Dang,
So it's like
that, that part out. Mm.
so it's just be more aware of what you're eating. One
Yeah,
step at a time. And we are he's working on it, I'm working on it. We all have
yeah,
things to improve on, but it starts with being aware and acknowledging that hey, something needs to change.
yeah. Get excited about it. Treat it like that. Treat it like a change that could change your life. Like, oh,
A
all,
life
all I got to do
change.
is start today. Yeah, yeah. Start today. Do something, and like treat it like a project, but it's your project, and you're choosing to do it on your own. No one's making you do it.
And the best
And
part
those.
is once you finish it and you complete it, you now not only do you have the lifestyle change, but now it's truly a lifestyle. It's not a diet. So it's not
Yeah.
something you start and then stop. You start and then stop.
Okay.
You're actually changing your lifestyle. So now you can do this into your 60s, 70s, 80s. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter because you found the formula. You just found it
Mhm.
early.
I like that. Don't just change your life. Don't just change your diet. Change your lifestyle. I like that. That's slick. Well, cool. Thank you guys for joining us on another video of Beyond the Pieces. We do appreciate every single one of you, and this is just one of many. Catch us again next week. Please, if you haven't already, leave a like, comment below. Leave a comment. We want to hear from you. Unless, like,
Please.
you think that we're right about everything we talk about, that's good too. Don't say anything. We're fine with that. No, but really, we really want to hear from you. Thank you guys, and catch us in the next video.